So this week we are going to Austin, Texas to see my friend Nick Joswick, and he has a really unique studio in Austin, Texas. I don't know if I already said that. It's called 5th Street Studios or 5th Street Recording. Link in the description. Give them a follow. Check out Nick, his Instagram, the studio's Instagram, the website. Everything is down below. This place is really cool, and it's right downtown Austin off 5th Street. Super cool. Thank you, Nick, for having me out. It was really, really fun hanging out and geeking out on just the super unique space. As you'll see in just a second, just an incredible selection of gear and a really unique layout. I'm very, very excited about it. Also, shout out to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video, sponsoring all the studio tours. If you see some gear that you like, likely it's from Sweetwater, you can get it. Links down in the description. If you click any of those links, it'll take you to Sweetwater. You can either check out the gear you clicked on, or you can go look for your own stuff. But either way, it supports the channel. Don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe. New studio tours all the time. Crazy places. We have 3 trips so far coming up, and some very exciting studios just from this Texas trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell, drop a comment down below, let me know what you like about this studio, or if you're in the Austin area, you should go check it out yourself because it's frankly awesome. All right, let's go check it out. Hey.
Hey.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thanks for coming by.
Okay, so where are we? What is this?
So this is our warehouse, at least part of the warehouse. Yeah, and so studio's back here. It's a family-owned business, so got a electrical supply warehouse. They have electricians and sell light bulbs and things, and we are back here making music 24/7.
That's gotta be super convenient when you need...
Never goes dark in our place, that's for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, you wanna come on back?
Is this like also double for like a lounge?
Yeah, it's the impromptu lounge, you know, that gets really hot in the summers and really cold in the winters. Yeah. So that's always nice.
Wow. Wow, this is awesome.
Oh, thanks, man.
So when did you come to this place?
So I've been here since 2008, and the studio itself has been around since 2006.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it like when you got here?
So it was a lot different than this, that's for sure. We used to have this really weird like wraparound desk thing that kind of took up a lot of space, and we had a really small, the like AWS SSL 900 series in here. So, you know, which sounds great, and we have like the updated 924 in our B studio next door. But yeah, it was just like a little bit more of a cave. It was like all like red and black wall on the walls. And, yeah, it was just really, really dank and dark in here. And then around like 2012, 2013, sold the SSL and got our Neve. This is a custom series. It was built in 1972 for the South African Broadcasting Company. Wow. And yeah, so got 24 channels of 1081s in there.
That is amazing.
I know, it's beautiful. I love it. Love it.
And then you got the military 1/4-inch patch bay and the TTs.
Oh yeah, try to get a best of both worlds. Cabling is not my favorite thing, but you know, we make do.
What kind of computers in here?
So we have a Mac Mini, and we're running Pro Tools Ultimate right now.
All right, and that's a Lynx?
Yeah, I got the Lynx, the new Aurora N, 24 in and 24 out, as well as a old school 192, just for that extra 8 in, 16 out, as well as a Crane Song mastering converter stereo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's fun, man. How do you like running on this board?
Oh, it's great. You know, I was thinking about this earlier. It's like, dang, 1972, exactly 50 years old. So like, you know, still a little fickle every now and then, as anybody is at 50, but she still sounds great.
What do we got? You have some extra stuff on here, right?
Yeah, I got some 2264 compressors on there, inboard, 6 of them.
6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which also sound killer.
That's amazing. What are these, the Amphions?
Yeah, the Amphion 118s. We had, you know, NS10s for such a long time, and like they were fine as NS10s are, you know, but finally just like, I don't know, the low end is so much better on these and the top end is more clear, and yeah, and then got the big Mackie HR 824s just as kind of the, you know, jam them real loud monitors.
Sure, yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of projects are you primarily doing in here?
A lot of rock bands, indie, alternative, you know, kind of Austin rock, I guess, whatever that means to anybody. So,
Sure.
yeah. But then, you know, got a lot of different stuff, honestly, kind of all over the map, whatever comes through the door.
Okay, so you're doing a lot of live band tracking. Are people playing simultaneously? Is it kind of overdub?
A little bit of both. I like to try as much as possible to get, you know, as many people playing at the same time.
Yeah.
And like, we have enough ISO booths in the live room out there to like isolate everybody for the most part, so you can still get that live feel and then punch in and overdub as needed. But as you know, it's just like, if everybody can play together, the feel is just so much better.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you, I see tape. We got an 827?
Yeah, I got the 827, 24 track, and then got a mixed down deck of the ATR 102 as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and still get to use tape pretty frequently, you know, not as much as I'd like to, but it's just limitations and stuff doesn't always work for every project, but whenever we can, I like to try and hit tape as much as possible.
You said there's some booths?
Yep, got a couple booths, a little ISO booth there and one upstairs that are both tied into the live room, so we can just plug into the wall and, you know, have it going.
That's great.
And then, yeah, there's a little ISO booth right here for usually like scratch vocals or main, you know, if you want to try and get them live, or an amp or whatever. And then the live room straight out there.
Amazing outboard gear here.
We have a pretty decent selection, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When did you start engineering?
2007 was when I started.
Oh,
so like I went to audio school at the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences, Crafts. And pretty much right out of school, I got an internship at this studio. This was actually the only studio to call me back about an internship.
Nice.
Yeah, back in 2008, or like late 2007, 2008. And yeah, you know, just did the intern thing, going on coffee runs and giving people rides to and from the studio and just taking out trash and cleaning bathrooms and slowly worked my way up. And now I'm like the kind of the head engineer and studio manager and head producer and all the good stuff. So
that's awesome. How did this outboard gear collection come to fruition? Was there some of it here and it kind of evolved?
Yeah, it's as you know, it's like a constant evolving process. You know, get a couple pieces here or there and, you know, build some things and acquire some stuff, sell some stuff to get other things. And yeah, and so I've just built it up through the years and, you know, got a lot of goodies to play with. No shortage of knobs to turn. Let's
tease some of this stuff. What are you using on the input side a lot? Or are you?
Yeah, I try, you know, kind of depends. I always hate that answer because it's like the go-to, you know, but
the main answer.
Yeah.
Best answer.
A lot of times that Manley Varimu like stays on my overheads, you know, like 4038s through that guy on some overheads is like, that's so good. And you know, those Pultecs, those the 1As or the 1A3 usually be like kick and or snare or main vocals, you know. I've really been digging that Manley E-Lop on bass, like both bass DI and amp.
Oh, wow.
Kind of gives a nice congruity between the two.
That's awesome. I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It has the high pass sidechain as well on it, which makes it a lot more usable in a lot of different circumstances. Distressors, usually kick or snare, you know.
Oh, cool.
That EMI, that TG1, pretty much lives on my room mics for drums, at least. And then, I mean, the SSL bus comp is constantly on my mix bus because that's what it's for.
Yeah. Do you like that one? I've never used that X Logic one.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's so smooth. You know. Yeah, and then those 1176s. Man, I mean, those just live on vocals for me.
Now, which versions are these? So I'm, for whatever reason, have not a ton of experience on the Blue Stripes. I guess these are, no, I've used the Yuri Blue Stripes.
Yeah, so that Blue Stripe is a Hairball Audio build.
Hairball, okay.
Yeah. And then obviously the 1176 LN, the UA one, which is also very nice.
160s.
Oh yeah, 160s, gotta love them.
And is that the J? The 33609 over there on the left side?
Yeah, down at the bottom, that Neve 33609J.
That's great.
which doesn't quite have the same vibe as like
the
original, but
sure,
it still sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this thing?
It's an old Ampex pre from one of, and I can't remember the model right off the top of my head, but yeah, all tube from one of those early Ampex machines.
That's awesome.
Luckily got 2 of those. And
Electronics LA2A.
Yeah, the LA2A, the classic.
More Pultex.
More Pultex.
What are those, drummer gates?
Yep, a couple of drummers.
Oh, and the Sans amp. That's fun.
Yeah, down there and it's kind of hiding out. And I mean, most times, like, those drummers, I'll almost always go to the SSL, like, Dynamics buses instead of the drummers. They're just, like, so much smoother and cleaner. So 6 channels of the SSL Dynamics, and then 2 EQs.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And what is it, pre?
Yeah, an old Gates tube pre.
I love that.
Yeah,
No
a lot
case.
of times it's like, yeah. A lot of times that's on my like snare bottom or something, or a blown out room mic. So that's one of my favorites. Is
Raytheon?
The Raytheon. So literally the people that make missiles now.
Yeah.
It's an old 3-to-1 mixer, so it has 3 inputs that sum to 1 output. Yeah, a lot of times I find myself just using 1 channel at a time, mainly because without the ability to flip phase on anything, it's like you kind of have to.
Right. Is this where mics are?
Yep, there's the mic locker back there.
What are some of your, you said you have the Coles?
Yep, Coles 4038s, have a couple of different AEAs like the R84s, the R92s, have some M160s as well.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah, and have a pair of Neumann 582s, the tube. We have tube and the solid state versions as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, small diaphragms for both. Have a C12 that's amazing, and an old Manly mic. It's not the reference, but it's called a Manly Longevin.
Okay.
Yeah, which like they don't really make anymore, and they're kind of hard to find.
So what are you throwing in this booth back here most of the time?
Usually just bass. Just got a couple of bass cabs that live back there. Yeah, and like I said, that is tied into the live room out there. So unless the bass player's really annoying me, I won't stick them in the actual booth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's nicely, removed from the drums and everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got the V4B and the SVT4. There's a couple of different head options.
So you play bass?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this looks like a rig of somebody who plays bass.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get to play much anymore, but I'm just on this side of the glass so much these days,
Can we check out the live room?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, so yeah, this is the booth.
Like I said, little booth, throw an amp, whatever, do some vocals. And then out into the live room. So yeah, when I first got here back in 2008, the ceiling was really low and didn't sound all that great.
Yeah.
But then we kind of opened it up, and originally going to do vaulted ceilings and do the whole thing. And we're like, man, that's kind of too much work. Like, it looks decent, sounds good. Like, just run with it,
Yeah.
And so we did all the acoustic treatments ourselves, and for what it is, it works for exactly what we need it to.
It's quiet in here.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing.
And every now and then there's a parking garage like right next door, so you'll hear like some cars kind of go by, but like it's not busy enough to where it's ever poses an issue. So
can I ask, what this door comes out to here? Was this wall already extended out?
Yeah, that's been there, and this just goes out into that alleyway that you walk down.
But it is like a whisper wall kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we just stuffed that full of insulation. Yeah.
Did it used to have drywall on it, or was it kind of close to?
Yeah, it was all drywall.
Wow.
Hence the sounding really bad.
Yeah. When you book the studio, did you get to use all this stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like kind
gosh.
of whatever anybody wants to use, it's all open.
So is this? We have sort of different areas here, right? We've got the piano.
Yeah.
Got
the
bass?
old Steinway upright. I think it's 1951. Somewhat rare. You don't really see many upright Steinways.
Sure.
And it just has such a nice warm tone to it, you know. And yeah, a couple more bass rigs, hence, and I'm a bass player. This is probably one of my favorites, this SG. Gibson and this company CMI, I think it was from like 1973 to 1975, made these run of amps together. Yeah. And that was kind of it. That was the only years that they did it. And I was lucky enough to find one.
It's a cool cab case.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what is this? This is cool too.
Yeah, it's a Gibson Explorer, 1965. Yeah. Still sounds amazing too. I love it. It's got this really weird thing where on the reverb channel, it like has like overdrive on the reverb too. Oh. So if you click off the verb like on the pedal, it's just like a drive, like an overdrive. Oh. Yeah, it's like a gnarly distortion.
Sick.
So I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but I kind of love that it does.
Yeah. And then are these a collection of your instruments here?
Some of them are mine, some of them are the studio's. Like these two guitars are mine. This one, this little parlor, is actually Nashville tuned. Because it didn't sound great as just a regular acoustic, so decided to like,
why not
just make it like, Nashy, you know. Got plenty of Fenders, Vox, and nice little silver tone on the bottom. That Savage is kind of a weird boutique, like kind of clean British overdrive thing happening to it. Has a really nice tremolo on it as well. Yeah, any guitar player that comes in is like, oh yeah, I want to use the Savage.
And what's this Vox head?
So that's a hand-wired AC-15.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy into the orange cab is very
rock
nice.
And roll.
Yeah.
Jazz bass.
Yeah, I got a jazz, got a P bass. Have another weird one that's in a case upstairs. I think that's like a combo, like jazz and P bass, a PJ bass.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I don't really see many of those anymore.
So is this the drum spot?
Yep.
Right in the middle?
Right here. This is where drums sit pretty much all the time. And I've tried, you know, as anybody, tried it through the years of like, okay, try them over here, try them over there, try them face this, try them. And this just always kind of is the winner.
And then you'll just kind of sit people around the kit?
Yeah, just kind of sit them around, and like we have these, you know, headphone stations kind of put throughout the room so that we can kind of strategically put people where they need to be. And again, ISO booths that are tied into the live room down here, so everybody can actually be on the floor cutting together.
Yeah.
And again, just to get that vibe and that feel.
I think it's so cool that you guys are using these.
Man, we had those, you know, we had some Ethernet-based ones for a while, and just kind of, they just didn't sound that great.
Don't tell me that. I just ordered them. Mine will be better. I'm sure they fixed it.
Oh yeah, exactly. But you know, if it sounds good in the headphones, like you're gonna play better, and you're gonna, you know, it's gonna feel better.
These weren't bought new though, right? Did you buy these all used?
Yeah, we just like kind of went on a shopping spree. God, it was probably
scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it's like 7 years ago where we found a whole hunk of them and just bought them all up.
Did you have to fix any of them, or were they all good?
No, I mean every now and then we have to kind of recap some of them, but for now they're all, you know, all working good and sounding great. Oh yeah, this.
I want to say B3, but this is
weird
something.
behemoth. No, it's Yamaha Electone. I think it's ER5. I'm not going to say the model number because I'm going to get it wrong, but a Yamaha Electone.
Yeah.
Really weird organ from the 80s. Doesn't sound anything like a B3. It's like a weird FM synthesis kind of sound.
Yeah.
And but
there's
it's
a
really
speaker
cool.
under it?
Yeah, there's a speaker under it. I do have the bass pedals as well. They just come so far out. They just kind of like take up too much real estate to have them attached all the time.
Have you had anyone come in that really knows how to use this? They're like, oh, this.
No, not yet. They're usually like, hey, Nick, what, how, what? I'm like, well, you know, sometimes you got to do this a couple times to get it going. And like this button right here, that's, you know. So.
And was this flooring in the room when you moved in?
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, this wood flooring. And actually, they may have put it in before I got here. Like, I think it was probably just concrete, when they initially built the studio in 2006.
Yeah.
Because a little more history about it is like the owner of the studio kind of started it as like a jam spot for him and his buddies.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's just, you know, let's get some stuff going. And then he and the drummer kind of like started, you know, scheming and like, oh, let's just like buy a couple mics here.
That's how it starts, man.
Yep. Oh yeah. Got a C24. Sold that immediately and got the SSL 900. And then, yeah, and then he discovered vintage analog, and it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How involved were you in the design of the changeover?
A little bit through the years. You know, like I helped do all the wood paneling and a lot of the actual acoustic design. But I mean, when it comes to like design, there wasn't all that much to go about. It was just like, oh, let's just open it up and
put
like,
some wood
cool,
here,
yeah, go for it.
fabric.
Yeah.
And was this all foam sprayed before?
No, we did that once. Once we, you know, took out the ceiling to the old live room, then we did all the foam upstairs or up in the ceiling. And yeah.
Can we check out up there?
Yeah, let's go
walk up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is sweet.
Yeah, so got all kinds of goodies that, you know, unfortunately can't live down on the live floor, but yeah, so all the keys and synths and everything. And
this feels like the sound booth for like a live venue. Like the light and sound guy would be up here.
Yeah, totally.
Just talking smack against everyone down there.
Oh yeah, I got the Juno, got the DX7 too.
That's a heavy key.
Oh yeah.
Nord. That's
got
great,
Nords,
man. So you can use all these.
Oh yeah, anything and everything.
Oh, and then drums.
Yep, got the whole drum setup and
Gretsch.
Catalina. Gretsch Catalina, Ludwig, and then a sonar. Weird sonar from the 70s.
That Gretsch and the Ludwig though, that's a nice AB.
Yeah, I just picked up this 26-inch kick drum. It's from 1930 originally, and I'm still very hesitant to let anybody actually kick it because it has the original heads on it still. So I'm thinking like resonator, you know, action out in front of the kit. Got the EMT 140 back there, kind of hiding back. And that's an original mono to stereo, so one of the really old ones.
So do you use the pliers to adjust the decay?
Exactly, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then the 240 is down there by your feet as well. EMT 240.
Wow.
Which the two of those together, just like, it sounds like a choir of angels.
I love stuff like this, showing people who know nothing about recording stuff. They're like, dude, you gotta see this thing. And they're like, what?
Yeah, what?
This box? How much did you pay for that box?
Yeah.
And then another booth over here?
Yeah, nothing super special, but a little guitar booth, you know. There's a light on the inside. Switch here.
Oh, nice.
You know, enough to throw an amp in, and yeah.
And so you have extra 827s?
Yeah, we have those. That's the 827 graveyard that we use, you know, multiple parts from to get ours running.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah, and so this is the B Studio, you know, smaller kind of vocal overdub / mixing suite.
Yeah.
You know, a little more modern with the SSL AWS 924.
Got the new Avids in here?
Yeah, I got the HD IOs in here, also running Pro Tools Ultimate.
Oh yeah, that's cool. What model is this again?
This is the AWS 924.
AWS. What is the difference with AWS? What does that mean?
Analog workstation.
Oh, okay.
So it, you know, serves as can serve as a DAW control as well. And then you also have, you know, the analog side, obviously. So.
So if you do like automation, are you using the SSL computer, or can you use?
You can
the
also
DAW?
pair it up with the DAW. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, it has both analog automation and then full digital control as well.
So if you flip over the DAW and then you pull up like a mix session in Pro Tools, it just.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Can I feel that?
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
That feels really nice.
Nice fader.
Ooh.
Good throw on that guy.
Scribble script.
Oh yeah.
And the channel names. That's awesome. What kind of work is done in here? Feels like a good vocal production. Kind of thing.
Vocal production. You know, a lot of hip hop and rap gets done in here, and then editing. You know, podcast voiceover.
Sure.
Kind of all utility room.
Songwriting maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of songwriting sessions. Yeah, I got a couple, got the Vintech 1073 clone. Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah.
Got the Chandler, the Red 47.
Oh, yeah.
Another Pultec. Again, can't have too many Pultecs. A pair of distressors, and then another Hairball Audio 1176.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you do have too many Pultecs, though, we could take some off your
Gladly
hands.
have some extra rack space, as you see.
So if I am in the Austin area, since we're in Austin proper, right? 5th Street.
Yeah. It's not just a clever name. We are on 5th Street.
What's the process to look this place up, find it, book it?
Yeah, I mean, online, our website, 5thstreetstudios.com, and then Instagram at 5th Street Studios. Yeah, and those are the two main ways to get a hold of us.
And if I can ask, is the rate like fixed? Like if
it kind of depends. We
on-
like to work with people's budgets, you
Sure.
know, and we just want to work on good music.
And can you block it out for a day or just like an hour amount?
Yeah, we do hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever the project calls for, we try to accommodate for.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll put all the links down in the description for people to go check out and follow you guys.
Yeah.
And dude, it's great to meet you.
Hey, you too.